Welcome to the unseen battle over voting rights, where the real fight for democracy is being waged away from the grandiose speeches and campaign rallies. I'm here to unveil the quiet but significant shifts in local and state voting laws across America, battlegrounds that can ultimately redefine our democratic landscape. In this video, we'll be delving deep into why these changes matter, how they're being manipulated to restrict voter access, especially for marginalized communities, and what you can do to counteract these moves. Remember, it's not just happening in conservative strongholds. Even progressive regions like Washington are not immune. Let's start by exploring the drastic impact of voter ID laws. You'll find states like Texas and Wisconsin enforcing stringent identification requirements, a clear ploy from the conservative elite to suppress votes from minority and low-income communities. Contrast this with lenient states like Maine and Vermont, and it's evident that voter ID laws are not just about securing elections, but skewing electorate demographics to favor certain political objectives. It's a deliberate strategy designed to protect vested interests by marginalizing those less likely to possess particular forms of ID, often impacting people of color and economically disadvantaged groups disproportionately. Next, we tackle mail-in voting, another hotbed of controversy exacerbated by the COVID-19 pandemic. In states where lawmakers have embraced mail-in voting like Washington, voter participation has soared, largely aided by measures such as prepaid ballot envelopes. But elsewhere, in states demanding notarizations or multiple witnesses, these expediencies are not just hurdles, they're gates effectively barring many eligible voters, especially the elderly and rural dwellers without easy access to such services. This manipulation strikes at the heart of our democracy, emphasizing the need for vigilance and activism. Then we have gerrymandering, the strategic redesign of electoral districts. It's the art of twisting district boundaries, as vividly demonstrated by recent controversies in Washington. This unsavory technique is used to dilute the voting power of minorities, often packing them into a few districts or spreading them too thinly across many. Such actions aren't just manipulating maps, they're redrawing the lines of power and representation, challenging the very foundation of voter equity and fair representation. Finally, we'll equip you with practical tools and strategies, ways to understand and combat these subtle but powerful local changes that may dictate our voting future. From recognizing disenfranchisement signs to getting involved in advocacy and grassroots movements, your engagement is indispensable. The stakes have never been higher, and in this fight, staying informed and active is key. You have the power to make a difference, to push back against these insidious tactics. So, I urge you to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and join me on all my social platforms for more unapologetic political insights. Let's champion the cause for equitable voter access and push for a future that truly represents the voice of every American. Join this movement because it's not just about opinion, it's about action and change.